Hi everyone, wanted to do another sportsbook review. Just finished up this great book called Madden by Bryan Burwell, forward by Pat Summerall. It's a great book, great read, specifically about this Hall of Fame legend, coach, broadcaster, football promoter. Really great read. It talks about John Madden, his upbringing is in the Midwest, his love for sports, specifically football. Talks about him growing up, him wanting to be involved in professional sports in some capacity, and then makes his way with football. Ends up getting drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. Unfortunately, gets hurt before he can have a snap in the NFL, but does make it to training camp with the Philadelphia Eagles. In a way, this was a bit of turn of destiny, and next thing you know, he goes after coaching, and he had an incredible Hall of Fame career as a coach for the Oakland Raiders, where he, along with Al Michaels together, created an incredible team that was very competitive, that made into the playoffs all the time, and then ultimately made it to the zenith of the sport, to the Super Bowl. John Madden was an incredible coach. At the time in the 60s and the 70s, he was one of the youngest coaches ever in the league that got hired by Al Davis. So Al Davis took a bit of leap of faith in him, but it proved a very wise and a shrewd move. John Madden came in. He connected with his players. His philosophy as a coach was one where he treated them as men. His coaching philosophy was also one where he wanted players to be men on the field, and off the field, that was their business. They had to be professional about it as long as they came and they played hard, which they did for him. And they made it to the postseason. They made it to the playoffs regularly. They had incredible results in the playoffs. They came up short a couple times, but nonetheless were always winning seasons with John Madden during his time with the Oakland Raiders. He created an incredible legacy there, did really well. At the same time, he also found, after 10 years with the Raiders, physically it was very demanding, and he was at a point where if he went any longer, things were starting to burn out. So for those football coaches out there, I think this is an excellent book. It talks about his philosophy on football, on treating his staff, treating his players, treating management, ownership. I think it speaks not only during his time in the 60s and the 70s, but I think still today. Wonderful read, very insightful in terms of his commitment to the team, his determination to be prepared with plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, incredible leadership. And at a time too when he was so young, he was almost the age of some of the players or just a little bit older, but he got respect from his players and he got incredible results. So excellent read for football coaches, for those in football. Some incredible insights into Al Davis as well, who was the legendary owner of the Oakland Raiders. Talked very much about how he managed his team, how he managed staff. Talked about also his brilliance, just like John Madden's brilliance. This was an excellent read. As many of you know, John Madden not only created an incredible legacy as a football coach in the NFL, but then in broadcasting. Once he was finished with coaching, as physically he could not take any more. Obviously the stress was incredible, as well as his incredible time commitment, which was to the detriment obviously of his family and his loved ones. But he went into broadcasting, and broadcasting was another legendary destiny for John Madden, who ultimately created an incredible partnership with many broadcasting commentators for the NFL, including Pat Summerall, who wrote the foreword for this book, and included many others, such as Al Michaels, for example. He did an incredible job. We all know him from Monday Night Football and all the decades of football commentating that he did, which was, you think of commentating for the NFL, and John Madden is one of the top ones there. His legacy and his connection with the league, with broadcasting to the many football fans, providing insight and understanding of the game for the average fan and for even fans that were just tuning in was incredible. It also talked about his personality, the warm, caring person that he was, and just how he connected with so many people, whether they were, again, just your common fan to your diehard fan to people who were just learning the game. Really incredible person. John Madden also then, as many know, got his name connected with the gaming, NFL Madden football, which became a huge success and still is today. He was transcending generations to let them know about football and had a vision. I think John Madden was a person of vision and was able to drive that vision. Very, very innovative. I think for those readers that are sports fans, this is a great read. I think especially for football fans, very nice read. Also to get insight into that era of the 60s and the 70s. And then for football coaches, I think this is a great book for football coaches, for football coaching, related to philosophy in terms of having plans A, plans B, plan C, plan D ready, being prepared for Sunday, how to treat players, how to get them ready. I think those things were discussed here formally and informally, which I think were really great insight. And from an eventual Hall of Fame inductee, you're going to learn from the best. So this was a really great read. Highly recommend it. Really fun, especially now with the NFL in full swing during the season here. Highly recommend it. Okay, enjoy.